Hello, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to the channel. I am so glad to be here another day, and I'm so glad to see you all. As we approach this new year in less than 24 hours, I'm just reflecting and thinking about topics that I want to address to end the year, as well as the topics and stories and information and awareness that I want to continue bringing throughout 2025. Unfortunately, there's no way we can just really leave all negativity in 2024. We can leave it personally as far as what we're going to deal with, personally on a personal level, as much as we can, as serious as we may be, but it's all around us. So even if it's not affecting me, or never have, or never will, or not anymore, I feel I feel the need and the desire and the obligation to bring awareness, to spread information to the young people, especially the young ladies. Young men is just as important too, especially these days, because men go through just as much stuff as women do. It might be on another different level, but it'd be just as bad. And unfortunately, by stereotypes about how men supposed to act and how they should address things and how they should react to things, it makes it probably even harder for them. They find themselves getting in trouble that they didn't sign up for, or you know what I'm saying, automatically looked at as the criminal or the bad guy, because it all boils down to making decisions. So, what I want to bring awareness to in this video, and the name of it is Don't Fall Victim at 25. And I mean it. Now, don't get it twisted with being a participant. And I don't want you to be a participant, but I don't most definitely want you to fall victim. And that's how sometimes it start out, because of the way you kick it, the way you move, the way you allow people in your life, how you address things, how you trust, how you move in relationships, period. See, you as that woman, as that young man, as that one individual who looks at life like this, who thinks of people like that, who has a big heart, biggest goal, who has nothing but good intent. You thinking about you, and you can't just think about you and what you think and how you feel and what your ulterior motives are. You have to look at that person and these people as well. Even just moving in life on a regular basis, just walking to the corner store, walking to the bus stop, walking to your car, leaving work, going to work out, going to the grocery store, going to a friend's house to relax, have some drinks, go to the club. You know what I'm saying? Mingling with people, having a good time. You have to think about all of that. See, what you plan on doing and how you feel about life and relationships, and you can't perceive that person on the outside, or that just stepped in your circle, or you just met and smiled and now you're having a conversation with, and you taking the time out to get to know them. You having a good time. You can't just take for granted that they on your level mentally. They don't have the same heart you do. They don't have the same ulterior motives that you have, the same goals. Some people uh, just have problems. Let's just say that. Some people uh, have trauma and drama and mental, emotional, psychological, financial issues. But they're not going to show you that in the door. They're going to do everything in their power to show their representative to appear to be as normal as you think you are, or as you think everybody should be. You're giving them more grace and benefit of the doubt before you get a chance to even see, before you even let them know that they have to earn it. We can't assume. I don't care if it's just in regular relationships, co-workers, girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Your best girlfriend, stuff like that. She came to be your best girlfriend because she did what? She earned it. And it takes time. So if it took you and your best friend, now you 30, 34 years old, and y'all been knowing each other since she was 11 to 12, I'm quite sure y'all just didn't fall into that best friend thing. And then last y'all had a couple of arguments, fights, because y'all young, you talk, you didn't talk. You went through some things and it built up to be what it is today. So it should be no different from a relationship with a man. You meet a man, however you meet him. I'm just looking at this story. And this woman met a man in jail. This man reached out to her while he was still in jail via Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, or one of them social media apps. And of course, she's the type of woman, just like my daughter, had the same mindset. Rest in peace, Pasha. She had the same mindset of being a ride or die, to want to lift a brother up, not looking for a man to give them anything, not financially, maybe support, maybe appreciating them and loving on them and valuing them. These type of women, like my daughter and this woman here, she appears to be had the same mindset, according to the story, that that's all you are looking for. That's what you desire. And before you get a chance to see if that person on the other end is about that, is capable of that, is desiring that, is looking for that, you already putting yourself out there to do what it is that you should build up to do. You're doing it in the door, and that's not how life works. You don't have nothing to prove. All you have to do is stand on your business, stand on what you believe in. And it's okay to share a few things, because that's what getting to know each other is. But you can't meet no man or no woman, and then within the course of 3-hour conversation, whether you're at the club or each other house or at the movies, and it's feeling so good and comfortable that you just feel a need to just pour out, pouring out too much. And while you're pouring out, talking and having a good time and feeling comfortable, him or her is absorbing this. And if they have any bad intent or no intent at all, just don't care, haven't even given it any thought, they just all about themselves. They just getting in where they fit in. They, you know what I'm saying? See, while you pouring out and you living good, you got you a place, you got a job, you might got a kid or two. You know what I'm saying? Your life is pretty good. You just pretty much really want some companionship, and take it slow. And if that's the person, you want that to be your person. That's where you at in the conversation. Well, there's other person that you're talking to, like he in jail in this instance of this story. Or another guy could be just got fired from his job and got to go back and live with his mama or his sister. And life ain't too great for him, but he having a good time tonight. So while you were pouring out all your goodness and showing all your love and having a good time and drinking and dancing and, you know what I'm saying, pouring out all this stuff, telling about what your last relationship was about and how sometimes you and your mom don't get along and you can't wait to move out her house, or when she move out your house, whatever's going on, you pouring it out. This man or woman is just listening. More 9 times out of 10, it's a man, because women love to talk. We love to tell them everything from the rooter to the tutor, until we realize that's not the way to go. We learn from our mistakes and we keep it moving. But as younger women, it's just like you naturally trying to be you, and you think you could just be you and be yourself. Like a lot of women have this mindset of, I could be able to wear what I want to wear. I should be able to wear makeup. I should be able to wear my cleavage out and my tight dress. That don't mean I'm looking for nothing. That don't mean you got a right to talk to me like that. That don't mean that I want to, you know what I'm saying, do anything with you. I just allowed you to sit at the table with me, or I decided to go on this date with you, but that's not what I was looking for. But they want to pull it with you anyway, based off that's the way you dressed. Yeah, in a perfect world, we can all say that I could dress like a, you know what I'm saying, I'm comfortable in this. That's how I feel. But in the real world, real world, you're inviting negativity. You're inviting shit you don't want to be bothered with, just based off of that. Because I recall when I was in my 20s and 30s, late 20s, early 30s, I like to wear certain clothes. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't help but show my cleavage sometimes because I'm big breasted. And I wear my little clothes that a 20-year-old woman or 19, 22, 27-year-old woman wanted to wear. And a lot of times there'll be nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm stacked. I had big breasts. So yeah, that fitted spandex dress don't fit some type of way or I have on my cutoff shorts and my OPP jacket and my biker shorts underneath and my Jodeci boots on. And I be looking like a fly girl with my braids down my back. So them guys that's my age or maybe even a little older, they gonna step to me in such a way on some cool shit. But when I put on my garb, my African garb, because I may have been just did a show or on my way to do a show, or I just felt like being cultural that day. How you doing, Miss Lady? It's a whole nother approach. So, yeah, you should be able to wear whatever you want to wear and dress however you want to dress, overdo makeup, weave down to your ass and look in some type of way, looking fly, looking sexy. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, tone it down some. Don't overdo it. Now, if you're in a play and you going out, it's your birthday, and you're trying to have a great time and you just want this look at Halloween, whatever the case may be, feel free to do you. Just be careful because you don't want to attract that unwanted attention. Okay? Now, back to the story. This man knew he was going to be getting out soon, or even if he had 4 or 5 more years to go, he knew he needed somebody by his side to help him through this rest of this journey with commissary, someone to make him feel, loved or some sense of normalcy. I mean, because what person, man and woman, don't want to have a man or woman in their life to love on them at some time in their life? Now, as you get older, you get more experienced and you go through things and you have losses and ups and downs, you might just decide that you're done and you don't care. Like me. You know what I'm saying? Some people just grow old with their mate and it's never thought. They just grow old and they have 50 years, 60 years. They pass away together, one behind another. And that's their life. And that's like a normal way of couples doing things, especially when it's not volatile or toxic. It ain't perfect, but it ain't volatile and it ain't toxic. So that's a beautiful thing. That's something I wouldn't have mind doing. But when you got people out here with their ulterior motives and their problems, and here you come, just open and happy and just as precious as you want to be, just as honest, positive, want the best for everybody. So what I'm really trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, be careful. You have to move in a way that's going to protect you and your family, whether it be you, your children, your mama, your brothers, your uncles, your grandmama, your immediate surrounding family, cousins, neighbors, best friends. You can't move in the way like we used to think we could, because you never could do this. But it wasn't so known or so out here like this. It wasn't so rampant. Now it's like every day. It's like every day. Right in my own neighborhood. Yesterday, a young woman and her mother was unalive. Kids in the house because of her ex-boyfriend or somebody else. I don't know if he was ex-boyfriend, ex-husband or whatever, but he unalived her and her mom. He didn't hurt the kids. And I heard they called him. That's about as much as I seen. I was just scrolling. I think that story. And then as I'm scrolling on social media, I see this story of the young lady. She was 34 years old. My daughter was 31. You young girls, y'all tend to think y'all got all the answers. Y'all want to move and wear your heart on your sleeve, your emotions on your sleeve. You think this because you're honest and got good intent and you're going to school, or you got your degree or your CNA license or your bachelor's degree and you're working hard and you shouldn't attract, you're blessed. You shouldn't attract nothing but the best because you got everything in order. You know what's up. You're not slow. You can pick up on this and that. You know what I'm saying? You believe in giving people chances. You believe in these men that you don't know nothing about. You got good intent. You ain't did nothing wrong. But then somehow you go through life doing what I just described with the sharing and giving him the benefit of the doubt, moving too fast, allow him in your life. And next thing you know, he's spending the night a lot. Next thing you know, he pretty much moved in. Next thing you know, like he got her to marry him while he was in jail. He finessed her so well. So when he came out, she was already married. She didn't really know him. He showed her what he could show her from jail. Yeah, it's a phone call and a visit. It's gonna be all good and smiles. And, oh, baby, I can't wait, making plans. But when he got out, and I think for maybe a few weeks, few months, it might have been all good, you know. They end up having a child together. I believe that was his child. I'm almost finished looking. I need to make sure. Either it was his child and she already had a child, had one with him, which I believe is the case. And they ended up separating or whatever. And then he wanted to come back. He unalived her and himself. Now, that's not to say that you can't have a great relationship with a man, get married, and it was all good, all love, and everything was fine for years. We're talking about 5, 6, 10 years. And then y'all separate. He do something you don't like, or you just not interested no more. You want to go away and he go off. That can happen too. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about moving in a way that allows you to take your time and see. Watch the red flags. Stop doing so much to trying to lift a brother up. Let a brother know that you got his back and you want the best for him, but you're not the one to be pulling him up out the quicksand. You know, give him excuses for not being on that job, for not working harder, for getting mad because they didn't hire him, for sitting around playing on the game and having a nasty attitude, not really happy for your success and how much of a good day you had, or you had a bad day today, and they not even there to rub your back because this woe is me. They got an attitude. Now they starting to drink or whatever it is, hanging out. And next thing you know, this relationship, you done. You done. So when you do that, to me, you don't really fall. You're not a participant because you see it, you're done with it, you gave it a year, 2, 3 years, and now you're done. You're not participating in this. You fell victim to it. But once you start seeing the red flags and you discussed it and offered to go to therapy and whatever the case may be, you know, we don't just run the first flashing sign. But in cases where you're not even giving it a chance to grow in the right way and get to know each other in the right way, and let him show us up and see him in all environments, how he is around his homies, how he is around his mother. Do he have a good relationship with his mother? How does he feel about religion or things you believe in that you like? Do he like your girlfriends? Do he think you should stay home all the time? You know, well, how's his disposition overall as a person? Before y'all find that out, y'all done moved too fast already. By the time you find that out, a lot of y'all be 6, 8 weeks pregnant already. So the only thing I'm trying to say is, y'all, and I'm not judging. It's like we human. Nobody told us this. This is not nothing we got taught in school. How to recognize the red flags in people one-on-one. They didn't give a shit about teaching us nothing like that about people. We have good hearts, and we just move in the way we move based off our own judgment, because that's how we look at life, through our own rearview mirror. But on the other side, it's totally different. And that's why a lot of us fall victim. Thank God for God. The great heaven and earth protects us. But if we keep running back to and keep giving it chance after chance, and there is no change, and we know what it is, but we just going to keep praying for it, and we know what we're looking at, then you become a participant. You can't keep crying about the same thing over and over and over, year after year after year. 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, it went past, and you steady moaning about it. No one can really, we can't do anything. All we can do is pray for you, and then maybe from time to time listen, but there's no need to really say nothing because you already know the answer. I'm trying to do this video to help y'all avoid that altogether by changing your mindset. You can't walk around here just being you and thinking how you want to think and moving based off of that and think ain't nothing going to happen to you. And maybe it won't. I hope and pray it don't. But for you girls and guys that want to be in these relationships and y'all open to them and you receive them and you invite them in, that's what the problem is. If you're just out here living your life and you're not interested and you staying focused on your job and your career and your studies because you're still in college, and your daughter or your 2 kids, and from time to time you go hang out with the girls, and sometimes it be guys because y'all all hang out together on some type, you know what I'm saying, hang out Shit, that's cool. But once you start getting to know me, y'all got to know how to move when you start dating. I didn't really want to say it like that, but at the end of the day, we need some courses and some actual what I want to say, I guess some courses, classes, some information, just like we used to have when we had health. Remember we was in high school and they were doing gym time, a certain quarter of that gym, we would be all health related. Wouldn't even be in the gym room. On certain days, you'll be just in health, and they'll talk to you about STDs, condoms, and stuff like that. This is what we need on some level all across the board, because common sense is great. And it ain't even about common sense. These people, men and women that fall victim and participate in these things, have a lot of common sense. But the problem be, they step into it so fast, and they oh my God, they already in it. They in it. It's like, now what do you do? But if you in the door just didn't move in that way, if you took your time and be able to sniff out, even on doing that first introduction, you can tell a lot of times that ain't it. So you go no further. You cordial, you nice, because everybody hanging out and you being nice to that person. They trying to holler at you, but you feel something that ain't right. And even if you kind of interested, you still don't just be thirsty enough to be like, okay, hey, you, here's my number. Take y'all time. Stay focused. Because I hear a lot of women, they make posts on this social media app saying, oh, everything is fine. God has blessed me. My kids got everything for Christmas. Oh, I just got a promotion. Oh, I just got a new job. Oh, I just got my taxes. I got a brand new place. I got the keys today. 3 months later, they do your update. Everything is good. I just need some. I want to meet a man. I'm missing my person. And that's when the trouble starts. If you're not careful and be able to decipher and discern when that man is the right man to even allow yourself to even have a conversation with, let alone date and let them come to your house. Meet somebody while they're in jail. Meeting somebody through a friend or at the bus stop or with, on your new job, and just because y'all got something in common, you feel a little comfortable because y'all know a friend in common, that gives you the, the access and the okay. He cool. My girl Sandy hooked us up. Oh, he cool. He best friends with my girl Sandy husband. All the time, you don't know him. You don't know what he been through as a child, as a teenager, how much trouble he been in, what he's done to his own siblings, how disrespectful he is. He's showing you the nice little side for these little 15 minutes each time you talk to him on the phone for that weekend that y'all got together. It's easy to do that. I just want y'all to think about it. And when you see the first sign of something ain't right, the littlest thing, I don't care how little it may seem, move around. We don't have the luxury of taking a chance on, am I tweaking? Am I too paranoid? Or is this person really a sign for me to move around, because it could end up horrible? I don't want to see that for nobody. If it could be avoided, just do it. I don't know what you're going to have to do. If you're the type of woman that's just gotta have a man that don't want to be alone, and you ain't got nobody, so you open, you can be a Vic at any time, baby. That's what they call it, Vicks. They looking for Vicks. They out here at the club looking for Vicks. They going to church looking for Vicks. They looking for women online through dating apps, and for a friend to introduce them. And some of them looking for women with kids. Because y'all already know the PEDO. Can't stop, won't stop. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I'm just focusing on these different scenarios and different situations that's been going on a long time, and we end in 2024, and we want to start 2025 off right. Young ladies and gentlemen my age, let's all start thinking with our logic and doing the right thing for our life, not taking chances. Call it paranoia if you want to. I don't care what you want to label it. But if it means that if I'm not paranoid enough or not careful enough or too lenient or don't take shit serious when a man tell me he's this or show me he got an attitude, busting windows, and you let him back in your life anyway, after he get angry about something and you justify because you didn't calm down 3 days later, that sign right there is telling you that that could be your face next time. That could be one of your kids get hurt. And a lot of y'all got kids. It ain't just a bunch of single women out here messing with crazy men who end up being a vic and didn't participate and end up on the line. It's a lot of y'all with kids. 4, 5, 6 kids is bad enough. We can't even just live our life without maybe an unforeseen thing happen, like a car accident or falling illness and leaving our babies. But to put yourself in the harm's way of a situation with a man that you don't know nothing about, you ain't even trying to get to know, you're not even moving in the way. Because if you move in the right way, and it ain't supposed to be no secret. When you meeting these men and women, you supposed to even let them know. Even if you ain't necessarily got to say this what you're doing, but they should be able to peep what you're doing by the way you talking, by the way you walking, by the way you answer them questions, because they're going to test you to see if they can get away with saying certain things. They're going to give scenarios. Like I said in another video, a young lady was saying how she was finessed and scammed, as she wanted to call it scam. She wasn't scammed. That man didn't scam her. Because I looked at the whole story when she had said, but he said in order to get that money, he gave you some bullshit game and you was being nice and a pushover because you wanted him to like you because he was a very handsome man. Yes, he was. But that handsome face don't mean nothing. The devil is fine, according to the way the Bible describes it. Because if somebody look ugly and just unbearable to look at, you're not going to even, you're going to think they're a bad person. You're going to be like, oh, let me get away. Oh, how you doing? You know, keep moving though. But when somebody look fine, you're a little more comfortable, you know, oh, yes. And all the time. He hate women. All the time. He looking for somebody he can, you know, just have a place to stay and finesse and finagle his way through life. And you just one of many at that time. They burn their bridges, they go to the next person. They all in your inbox, they in your messenger, they on your IG. And people are falling for it because they so lonely. But you should never be lonely, even if you're alone. I'm sure you got family members. I'm sure just even on social media now, you can build up a community of people and talk. Just talk on the phone or be on the same post and live streams and get to know each other. And even if you was to ever take it a step further within, you still have to be able to be careful in the end too, because people show their representative. People are not going to show you who they really are. You don't really know, no matter how nice Miss Jenkins is, you don't know what's really going on in her house and her mind. That woman could be crazy as cat shit for all you know. And you befriend her and think it's trust, you know, next thing you know, you meet up with her and all the time. It's some hell to pay the captain over there. I just want y'all to be careful, y'all. That's all. As an older woman trying to share knowledge, jewels, and warnings and awareness, don't be out here popping these pills. Don't be out here smoking this weed. I don't care if it's the legal kind. Pretty much, we're going to have to stop even drinking in a minute because the way they poisoning everything, I wouldn't be surprised if they putting it in the alcohol. We can't trust nothing. The fog. You might have to go back to put masks on. I keep a box of masks. I got a box of masks, the black can I just opened. With that fog and stuff going on. I mean, even with just these so-called viruses and flus and different strains of this, that, and the third, they're not going to tell you necessarily. You might hear about people over here and the people over there. Somebody talking about it over here and over there. But they're not going to necessarily say, here, put your mask back on. Because some people don't believe in it. They think it does more harm than good. But if it's just short term, you don't really be around people like that. But when you do get an Uber or when you do go to the grocery store, I think it's okay to wear. But 24/7, nah. I think that's when it will become a problem. That's just how I personally feel about it. So I want y'all to know, I want y'all to have the best New Year. Have a great time. If you're going to be celebrating tonight, I'll be live about 5:30 to hang out. I decided not to try to bring in New Year's on here. But if I am still woken up to it, I'll stay. But I really don't want to bring it in, especially because we don't know what topics we're going to be on. No, we're going to talk about Peach McIntyre. We're going to talk about different things. We don't never know what we're going to be saying. And come midnight, I do not want her name in my mouth. I don't care if that next morning or that next night at 9 p.m. I do a video about it. Because, oh my God, this happened. Are you serious? Yeah, one of them type of stories that happened. Something broke, something happened. They did put her out. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about something that happened to one of the twins, or we'll really get into it and want somebody had to go to jail. We're going to talk about that. But just the everyday shenanigans of her squeezing her breast together to get milk out and making little innuendos and lip syncing off silly songs about Homewood. No, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not. Some people you just gotta wish the best for or pray for them or whatever it is you do. Because a lot of people don't want to pray for nobody like Peach. They don't care because they feel like she's evil and there's no sense in caring. People don't want to waste their prayers and their energy of giving positivity to something negative. And I ain't mad at y'all for that. Because I'm like that too a lot. I really am. I'm only gonna care as much as you care. If you don't care about your health and your wealth and your mindset and your life being happy and you being emotionally happy and doing the things that you know you need to do to be healthy as possible, by going to the doctor, by doing the right thing, you know you ain't feeling good, you know it's caused by eating all this type of food all the time and drinking all the time, and you keep doing it, hell no, I ain't gonna care. Nope. Well, I've been on here 32 minutes, y'all. Get in the comments so I can know that you actually listen to the whole pre-recorded video. Don't fall victim in 2025. Most definitely don't fucking participate in none of the shenanigans. None of it. I don't care if you don't mind. If you convinced yourself you don't mind participating in it, be it friends hanging out, y'all argue sometime and y'all make up, or if it's a man that ain't making you happy, you know what I'm saying? Stop acting like y'all be happy and you cool with this stuff and you not, and you steady busting wide open. You steady busting wide open, putting your mouth on Peter Wacker, knowing that it ain't happening right. He's cheating and he's lying, maybe even aggressive. Then you know it's bullshit, okay? Now, if you still there because it's helping you and it's helping him and y'all get along, ain't no volatile, and you ain't busting wide open, you ain't putting mouth on Peter Wacker, then I say good job. Because that means y'all cool, y'all cordial, y'all might even be, got love for each other. But it just ain't there no more. But for the sake of financial and the kids' sake and the family's sake, the family dynamic, you're going to have to take your time. Y'all got a plan, and you know what I'm saying? And it's working for you. But most definitely don't find no excuses and try to fool us. But all the time, you over there putting mouth on Peter Wacker, busting wide open, having baby after baby, getting all kind of infections, miserable, taking it out on everybody else. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. You have a choice. You can fall victim because you was just slipping. Oh my God. Once you realize what it is, and it don't take that long to find out what it is. And if you move in the way you're supposed to move when you're getting to know people, I don't care if it's man, woman, job. If you move in the way that you're supposed to and present yourself in the way and answer questions and teach people how to treat you in the door, you won't even have to go through it because they going to run. They don't want to be around no woman or no man that's, oh shit, no. It ain't going to be easy, sweet over here. Let me go and find somebody else. They going to move around. But if you're trying to be all sweet, oh, it's okay. I know you said 8 o'clock, but it's 12 midnight. Come on. No. Oh, it's okay. I could pay for it. Well, it's okay. You lost that job, third one in a month, but yeah, they don't understand you. No, no excuses, none. You see the signs, run. Don't be mean and nasty because you don't want to poke the bear. But you gotta protect yourself, especially if you got kids. You got to. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. But I don't want to hear that. Love your damn self. Love your kids. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all 5:30 live stream. Let's go.